Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, I rise today, and I'm not going to tell people how to vote on this bill. We all represent districts, and we all have to vote what our district would want us to do. What I want to say today is, in light of one of my colleagues, that the process in how we got here just doesn't feel right. I also represent a Central Valley community, and if people were watching the news, and I know a lot of people in this building had to make a lot of hard cuts with members, I can tell you, sitting on a city council and having to declare bankruptcy and looking people in the eye, because you don't have an economic base that can support a city, that you have to declare bankruptcy is one of the most harrowing things that anyone, I think, has ever had to do. Certainly is the most difficult thing I've ever had to do in my professional career. So when we did the water bond, and we took time, and we traveled up and down the state, and we listened to people, and we talked, and we listened, and we took input, and we crafted something that this almost entire body could get behind. I wonder what happened to that. That was a good process. We all felt included. We all were able to talk to our constituents. I don't have government jobs in my district. I don't have big Fortune 500 jobs in my district. I have small business, I have agriculture business. Those are the people that are going to have to pay this $15 an hour. And I understand we have two bad initiatives on the ballot, and that's going to be difficult, and that's going to be worse. But what was the rush to do this? Why are we coming back from spring break and hearing this? I don't have time to go and talk. I don't have time to go before my chamber. I don't have time to go before my farm bureau. I don't have time to go and hear from people. I mean, sometimes people just need to witness to hear what their concerns are. We are elected by our districts to come here to be deliberate. I don't think that's too much to ask in this chamber, that we're able to engage in a deliberate process to represent our constituents. Maybe at the end of the day, we could have all come together on this. That would have been a good thing. But as it stands now, we're here. It's today. It's happening today. And so I'll go back to my district, I'll hear people's pain, and I'll try to explain to them what happened and how it happened. But it would have been a whole lot better if we didn't do to people, but we did with people to really work to address income inequality and also take into account that there are people that have to pay these wages too, that are barely hanging on as it is. Our economy in my district is just beginning to pick up. I'd invite my neighbor from Silicon Valley. You can still buy a home in my district for under $100,000. That's the economy that I live in. That's the reality that I face, and that's what I'm going to go home to and talk with everybody, talk with my small business owners, and to hear from them after the fact how this impacts them, to hear from them after the fact what we potentially could have done different to be able to make this a win-win-win-win for all of California. Thank you, members.